Hello everybody, I'm Raphael Perry, and it's time once again to revisit Kingmaker. I know I left it a long time and ran into a bit of a brick wall, but I've been getting really back into Kingmaker recently, and this blatantly has something to do with being one of the Kickstarter backers who has access to the alpha playtest build for the Wrath of the Righteous computer game. And yeah, Wrath of the Righteous, there's a whole long complicated story behind my relationship with that adventure path, but basically, you know, lots of betrayal and disappointment and not getting to play it. So I've been quite excited about playing it, as opposed to Kingmaker, which I actually have some prior play experience with. Now, we find ourselves in a bit of a situation, and I will pause here so that not too much time passes. Here we have the gates of the Stag Lord's fortress. He lies within, awaiting our arrival. I mean, we've spoken to some of his minions. He probably has heard of us by this point. And our hero, Keldarak Morden, is a paladin of Torag. Now, Torag, the dwarven god, is blatantly a analog for Moradin, the Greyhawk dwarven deity, and by blatantly I mean pretty damn blatantly. And obviously, as a paladin, we would want to go up, knock on the gate and demand to go in and see the Stag Lord and face him in single combat. Unfortunately, the game doesn't want to let me do that, and it suffers from a bit of a problem. And I'm going to go back to the example of Baldur's Gate. And actually this is quite a useful example. We have these planks here, this rock, let's say this dark shadow over here, right? So, in Baldur's Gate, there was a nasty powerful bandit camp. A location which had to be dealt with about 2/3 of the way through the storyline. However, the level of the challenges and threats within that camp was quite potent. So you'd go off and complete the basic Chapter 1 stuff, you know, early beginning introduction stuff of the game. And then you'd be told, hey, there's these 3 powerful groups of enemies dotted around the map. And you'd go and defeat one of them. And it could be, you know, this rock over here, this rock over here, or this dark place over here. You know, in 3 different places. And you can go and defeat one, say this group here. And then the leader of that group, as he was defeated, would tell you, there's this one big powerful bandit camp. It's coordinating these 3 lesser camps. You really need to go deal with them quickly, because the longer you leave it, the more, you know, this is urgent, and you've been waiting ages to get the information that is at this important bandit camp. You know, he's basically telling you, you need to go deal with them. And if you went there to deal with them, following up on the information you'd be given, you'd get totally killed. You know, they'd wipe the floor with you, they'd laugh in your face. You would not be capable of dealing with them, because Baldur's Gate was a level-based game. And don't worry, I'll get this. Will cycle back to Baldur's Gate in a bit, right? So you'd go, okay, we can't tackle that now. Let's go deal with a second group of bandits. So you'd go to your secondary location, deal with them, and the lead. So you'd have to ignore the information, play a stupid character who can't pay attention to the information they're given, go to a second location, and defeat all of those. And once the leader of that group was vanquished, he would say, there's this big important bandit camp you need to go deal with. It's coordinating all of our efforts, and without it we wouldn't be able to work so well together. And if you went there, you'd still get absolutely slaughtered, because to stand a chance, even a chance, of defeating that big main bandit camp, you had to deal with all 3 lesser groups of bandits. So you had to be stupid once, you had to be stupid twice, and then when you defeated all 3, you'd have to say, hey, hang on a minute, 3 people have given me exactly the same information. Maybe I should go and actually treat it seriously now. And that was basically punishing intelligence and rewarding stupidity, and I do not like that. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, the Alcat developers seem to have taken a very similar approach to the Stag Lord's lair. In that, yes, you know, walking up and knocking on the door and demanding to go in and challenge him to single combat is not going to end well. That's obvious. However, it is so rigged in the, you know, against the player as to be practically impossible at this point. Now, I have loaded up the game and played quite a bit in the last few days because we now have turn-based combat, which is something that has been missing from the game since the very beginning. And I'm so glad that it's there. I haven't quite worked out how they're going to implement full attack actions, but I've been playing around with other characters. Let's see. Yeah, you know, other characters for a bit for the last few days. None of them have passed this point and have just been dealing with the earlier stuff of the game, but I've been enjoying the turn-based combat a lot, although my god, this game has had a bad case of XCOM dice for the last few days, rolling 2s and 3s constantly for heroes. It's like, oh my goodness. And yes, there is a hole in the wall here which can be used to sneak into the Stag Lord's camp, but that kind of goes against the whole tenets of Torag. Or does it? Let's see. So let's take a look at Torag's Paladin Code. So Torag is a dwarven god, and his Paladinic code often has a lot to do with dwarven cultural values. So here are some examples of the more obvious rules. My word is my bond. When I give my word formally, I defend my oath to my death. Traps lie in idle banter or thoughtless talk, and so I watch my tongue. So be careful what you say and don't say it too often. Don't get lured into making, you know, keep the promises you make and only make promises you can keep. You know, don't get lured into making false claims, don't brag, don't boast. I am at all times truthful, honourable and forthright, but my allegiance is to my people, the dwarfs. I will do what is necessary to serve them, including misleading others if need be. Oh, that's... Right, there are certain cultural and religious groups in the world who actually... whose dogma explicitly says we must lie to those of other faiths and mislead them to gain power over them and defeat them. And that is really dodgy that is there, because it is extremely dishonourable. I know it's getting into the whole, oh, it's only honourable if it's towards our own people, there's no dishonour when it involves other groups who are our enemies, and it's like, I don't entirely agree with that. I respect my forge and never sully it with half-hearted work. My creations reflect the depth of my faith, and I will not allow flaws save in direst need. So, we want to be using the best of the best and doing our best job. No shoddy, broken down, poorly maintained equipment. We want good gear. And now for the clincher, the one that makes this situation rather difficult. Against my people's enemies I will show no mercy. I will not allow their surrender except when strategy warrants. I will defeat them, yet even in the direst struggle I will act in a way that brings honour to Torag. So, we will show the Stag Lord no mercy. We will defeat him utterly. Although Torag is also about strategy and military discipline. But hey, let's go back to that issue regarding good quality equipment. We have 1, 2, 3 party members who use crossbows. we have 1, 2, 3 masterwork crossbows, and we are not using them at all. We should remedy this situation immediately. To not do so would be to bring dishonor to Torag and his people. Now, we're not in a similar situation with armor. Nothing too fancy here. And I'm going to sneeze. Speaking of looping back to Baldur's Gate 3 is coming, and it will have turn-based combat. It should be going into early access on the 30th of September, very soon. However, the release date has slid by a week to the 6th of October, which does mean I don't get to grab the game next week and enjoy the living bleep out of it. But it also means it makes it a little bit easier on my poor wallet for an extra week, so I don't mind waiting that little bit longer. I'm not aware of any announcement regarding the release delay, but basically I noticed on the Steam page and I asked on the forums and people said, yeah, the release date's changed. I was like, okay, it is what it is, you know. I mainly brought it up because I hadn't noticed any threads of people asking if release date had changed or what was going on, because I didn't know, you know. So yeah, right. So we've upgraded our crossbows. Do we have any other things that we really need to do? Lindsay's annoying voice keeps nagging and telling us stuff. My God, when can we replace her with someone worthwhile? Right. Well, we have an arbitrary timeline which feels incredibly imposed and pointless. We've reached the Stag Lord's fortress. It's there for the taking, although it's also incredibly dangerous. We should report Tartuccio's fate to Keston Garrus, however, which we've somehow failed to do so far, or neglected to do. When we defeat the Stag Lord, we should speak to Davik Nettle, the zombie who lives at the bottom of the river. Amiri wants to find another big monster to duff up, like she did so well last time. And kill the warg northeast of the old sycamore. Well, that's not too far away, and we probably should go and do that, because it was giving the mites and kobolds a particularly hard time. If I do that now, that'll give me time to replenish my deeds, because 3... yeah, he should have like 6. So, you know, we've partially used up our resources dealing with the bunch of zombies who were in the ruined building up here. And we shouldn't go in there half-cocked, you know? So let's go deal with the Great Warg, even though it's spelt incorrectly. And then maybe even return to the outpost and report to Keston Garrus. I mean, what do we get? We might get a bit of money, some bonus experience. But defeating the Stag Lord may lead to some conversations. Well, we'll take all that lot. If we defeat the Stag Lord, we might have to go talk to someone and progress without being able to report defeating, well, Tartuccio's situation. So yeah, let's go tidy up loose ends. And while we're at it, we'll see if there's any places we can go fight monsters along the way on the way back.
I need to catch my breath.
Obviously, we'll also... oh, yes.
Hungry. When we stop.
So, camping. We need to hunt virtually every time. Right, who isn't doing something? You. Right. So if we whack you on hunting, you on camp camouflage, and then say you, there. That'll do. Because we have limited supplies.
Leaving the warrior's path, finding a new task, putting away your sword.
Putting away? Yeah, right. It would get stolen right away. And it's pretty valuable.
Yeah, like she stole it from a giant. I still don't proclaim her, you know, I still don't believe her claims that she killed him. She probably just, like, nicked it when he was drunk and asleep or something. It's the kind of thing she'd do. Right, we want to get down here. There's probably a way to cross the river further down. But for now...
I'm hungry. When we stop?
Oh, for goodness sake. Look, fortunately we got about a month, and
Your
there's...
sword is so amazing. I could never have imagined someone wielding such a huge blade.
Right? I took it from a frost giant as a trophy. I slaughtered so many of them giants with it. Now when they hear my name, they shit their pants.
Yeah, she's talking out her ass. Evil giant manga plank swords from hell have no place in this game. Now, this is actually a giant sword, so it's a little more acceptable. Oh, hello, enemies. Enemies, you're about to be introduced to Torag's Mercy, which involves smashing you in the face with a hammer, repeatedly. So we have turn-based combat. So it will actually be like almost like playing with the Pathfinder rules for once. In turn-based combat, characters act in turns. The order of turns is determined by the initiative check and depends on the attacker's corresponding ability score. A character can take some actions during their turn, and then the turn of the next character in the initiative queue begins. Or starts, as they've chosen to write. Initiative queue. The order of actions is based on the initiative check at the beginning of the combat. The higher the initiative of a character, the lower they are displayed in the queue on the screen, and the earlier they act. You can delay your character's turn until a more convenient moment. To do this, select the character whose turn you want to delay in the queue. Such actions in the initiative queue are irreversible, and the new initiative score is saved for the character until the end of the combat. However, you can still delay the character's turn again. So, select the character whose turn you want to delay in the queue. Alright, yeah, so you click on them and then click delay. Now, as far as I'm aware, there's no readied actions, so we can't quite take full advantage of readied actions. And we don't get to choose when to spend attacks of opportunity and when not. During their turn, a character can take a single action, a single move action, a single swift action, and an unlimited number of free actions. All of these actions together take 6 seconds for the real time. Most important, a move action is used for movement or drinking a potion, or for, swapping around equipment and stuff like that. A standard action for attacks, spell casting or additional movement, and a swift action for activating special class abilities. Other combinations are also possible. There are also so-called full round actions, which I haven't been able to access yet, and I want to know how. I have a horrible suspicion that if I do a full attack, it will dump all the attacks on the one target and then overflow attacks will go to others, instead of being like one attack on you, which will be a knockdown, another attack on you, which will be like a reposition, and so the options are a little more limited, right? By default, the system chooses an optimum combination, they're lying, for action types to perform your command. You can change this combination using right-click. Now, it's not entirely certain if you have to right-click on the bar to cycle through the various options under like standard action, or just right-click anywhere on the screen. It seems to be anywhere on the screen, but not always. Surprise round. Sure, just yawning a bit late night, If you initiate combat with an opponent who is unaware of your presence, your party gets an advantage of a surprise round. During this round, your characters can take a limited number of actions while the opponent can act. Yes, you can take a single move or standard action. You don't get to do both. Normal round, you do both. Surprise round, you only get to do one. Now, the game does not handle partial charges very well. Partial charges are only carried out if you are, surprised or staggered or a zombie, basically. Zombies are always staggered. Partial charge is a move, a half-range charge that just takes a single action. Also, the game does not have the little-used begin full-round action and complete full round actions, where you can do like a move action and then do your half of your begin full round action and then finish it off on the next round, as opposed to doing it all within the same round. Move actions. As a move action, your character can move the distance allowed by their speed or drink a potion. A move action can also be used to change the character's active weapon set. During a surprise round, your character cannot perform a move action. Well, that's not entirely true. Oh, I see what they've done here. Because a standard action can also be used to move, they just said you only get a standard action during a surprise round. Got it. A standard action is used for most combat activities, such as attacks, activations of magical items, or spellcasting. You can also spend a standard action as a move action. Full round action. This is a long action which consumes both a standard and a move action of a character in this round. They still can take swift and free actions and the notorious 5-foot step. It can be used to move a double distance. It can also be used to make a so-called full attack. If a character can make more than one attack per round, taking a full round action allows them to make all of the attacks. Some character abilities, for example charge, and spells, such as summon monsters or casting the sleep spell, also consume a full round action. Now, what would be really nice if I make an attack and then I have the option of attacking again and keeping attacking, at which point after a second attack I'm immediately locked into a full round action. But if I instead have to select some kind of full attack action and then select a target, that'll be different. A character can move 5 feet without triggering the enemy's attacks of opportunity, although that would be all the movement you make in the entire round. A character cannot take a 5-foot step and make a regular movement in the same round. Hold left shift to use the 5-foot step instead of a standard move action. I've also found that right clicking will switch you between a move action and a 5-foot step. Free and swift actions, such as Smite Evil or Lay on Hands on Self. These actions are used to activate character special abilities such as Smite Evil, Judgment, a touch attack after casting a spell, and many others. You can hold control to ignore enemies and other objects under the cursor to precisely select a perfect position to move a character. That's really useful to know. And now, what have we here? Brigands, I'll warrant. Just the two by the look of it. Let's see. Well, Lindsay, it's getting late. Magic Missile. Loves for mobs you hate. And see there with a right click, I can switch between a 5-foot step, a ridiculously big 5-foot step, and a move action. So let's get her over here. Alright, let's throw out a bless. And move to there. Now, I do like the turn-based mode a lot. It's like actually properly playing Pathfinder, but it is a bit dodgy at times. It has a few bugs. Right, get in there, you. Nice.
We can do it.
While it's not worth wasting too many special abilities on these individuals.
Consider me provoked.
Oh, that... It's okay, we have a Miri. Now, the game does have two options here. We have one that automatically moves to the next turn at the end of your turn if it thinks you've done everything you can. I've left it on manual because occasionally you want to like go into rage mode or declare a smite or something. Alright, get angry, charge. Also, with turn-based mode, I've discovered that Amiri is a ridiculous, brutal machine of destruction. And she tends to one-hit kill most foes, especially if she has power attack. Which she might not have, we'll have to look into that. Yeah, you know what? There we go. It does seem to like defaulting to the 5-foot step for support characters.
Repent.
Now, sometimes I'll press the button to end turn because using the spacebar to do it can sometimes skip the next person's turn. Also, occasionally at the end of one character's turn, it kind of gets stuck and you have to like turn off turn-based mode and turn it back on again quickly to fix it. It's a bit annoying when it gets like that. Oh, okay. XCOM dice, here we come.
Strike with all your might.
He'll just ray of frost him. And miss, apparently. Do it, girl. Right. Yeah, just stride on over there. The foe is vanquished after all. I mean, there we go. We're probably going to be resting soon anyway, so we can totally go in here
You forced my
and
hand.
murder the bugger.
Onwards!
Oof. That was an attack of opportunity. He tried to move. Unwisely. Right. How are we doing for carrying space? We're getting up there. And we must remember that we'll probably want to do a little bit of plundering after we defeat the Great Warg as well. Then again, that's a bit of an assumption to presume we will get to. Now, being a warg, it's far more powerful than your average normal wolf, and because this is Pathfinder, it's going to have like probably some magical abilities or something just to be... Sorry, because it's Owlcat, it's going to have like 15 levels of druid or something, you know. But hey, that's life. So Amiri had a little bit of fatigue there from her berserk rage, and we have a great big giant wolf monster to go and defeat. Now,
I need to catch my breath.
I should probably go around the map dealing with extra encounters to try and get that extra level, because looking at where we are experience-wise, there's a good chance we will level after defeating the Stag Lord, and we would have to do a lot of side encounters to otherwise do so. So this definitely seems to be the level we are intended to have this encounter at. Before we drop a campfire, let us revise our spells. So, Challenge Evil is not humanoid target, that's great. What do we got here? 2 Shield of Faith, Remove Sickness, Remove Fear, all good spells. Also, Remove Fear seems to work a bit differently in this game. And yeah, for some annoying reason, Octavia still gets about half the amount of skill points she should every time she levels up, which is really annoying. So it's not just something going on this save, because there's no explanation for it. Right, Lindsay has got Hypnotism, which may come in useful. It's a group. Hideous Laughter is... it's language dependent, so it's not going to work on a lot of animals. Right, do we want to change any of these? We got level 2 spells. She knows Acid Arrow. She has no level 2 spell slots yet. And goodness, it's going to take a while for her to get that extra casting level. Right, so, anything we want to swap around here? Well, Hurricane Bow and True Strike, we'll probably switch to her bow if we're going to start doing that. We've been focusing on ranged touch spells for a while. Colour Spray is a good close range spell, and Snowball we got Enlarge. Should probably whack in Mage Armor there, to be honest, over one of these. I'm keeping Colour Spray up for now, just to be on the safe side. And Burning Hands might be useful as well, so I will bear those in mind. Doesn't actually look like I'm going to be swapping any spells around at the moment. Wait, level 2. Lesser Restoration, Cure Moderate, Group Protection from Evil, basically. more chaos, but yeah. Sound burst. I should make use of that. I really should. Okay then. So metamagic is handled a bit weirdly in that you create a spell, and then at the end of your spell list you'll get like your metamagic spells of this level. And you literally whack the spell in there, stick your metamagic feats on, and choose if you want it to have like a little colour border or something to make it obvious that it's a metamagic spell. Well, we'd better rest, hadn't we? So, I wish that after resting, the campfire spots would eventually go away. Because otherwise, you can turn up to a spot where you've camped before, and you can't just plonk it down in the exact same spot. You're always like a little bit off, and you have 2 or 3 old dead campfires overlapping each other. And it looks really bad. Let's rest and hope we don't get attacked.
Goddess's greatest gift. If only I didn't have to use it so often.
Now, I know that Kingmaker doesn't necessarily get a lot of views, and that many of you, you know, would like some more Other Side and Necromunda, and I like those games too, and I will get back to them very soon. In fact, I might record one of them after this and, you know, upload a bonus episode today or something like that. We'll see. Okay, there's a load of crap here we could start picking up. I should look into that. Because we need the money. At some point between episodes, I should probably do a quick search of this area to see if there's any crucially vital things. Alright, I am checking short bows. Because Octavian needs a better bow. Yeah, my goodness, there's loads of crap I've left lying around on the floor here. I should go sell it. Oh my god. Yeah. I mean, there's an old campfire of ours. I know the game doesn't like allowing me to carry good amounts of plunder away from these locations. I should go check the caverns beneath the great tree, but obviously, because they are so large and cavernous, I should do so, you know, off camera, in between episodes. For now, I should check I'm recording, first of all. Because that would be important, right? Yeah. Good. Now there is space over here I have not... But it's like northeast of the big tree, right? Now a big tree is like right up here, but space there is... Hello, wolf. This is a good sign. We may be nearing the warg's location. Amiri is angry. She's impatient. She's going to run in and try and kill something with one hit because it makes her feel good about herself. There we go. One partial charge, done. Better get Valerie in there with her big shield and her Southampton name of Frenchness. And we should totally, like, use the bow a bit again.
This is for you.
Also, a short bow doesn't have the greatest range. Now, a lot of her support spells are quite short range as well, so that kind of works. Kind of. Get in there. And nope, no, we're just... Oh, hello. We can't charge you, can we? You're too far away, but we can go right up there. You know, trudge on up there and get in his face. Give him a nice, juicy target in heavy armor to deal with. Tristian, not Tristan, or Tristan, but Tristian.
Try to make this swift.
Yeah, shoot him for 1 point of damage. You're a hero. We love you. You're doing a really good job. Keep it up.
Serves you right.
So, overall, I am conserving abilities for the big encounters. This is a fairly small encounter. Oh really? You wanted an attack of opportunity, did you? We'll have a big attack anyway, you die. There we go. Lovely. And then this wolf shouldn't be too much of a problem. There we go. We'll try skin them for the pelts. For the dosh, because we're a bit short on the old readies. And also, there were a load of traps around here, weren't there? And round there. Oh, there's a place there. There's traps to be disarmed, yes.
No stopping now.
We should definitely investigate that area after our main priority target is dealt with here. Hello, wolf.
I'll fight if I have to.
So it's come to this.
Nice. I mean, at this point, problem is, triggering more could be an issue. Dead wolf. But apparently we're still fighting, which means there's probably others nearby who've noticed. Sometimes it's a little weird and you have to finish the round. Okay, Amiri, let's find out if there's... There we go. Right. So we'll have... Ooh, nice find there. Yep, nothing. But hey. Look, taking out the one wolf before engaging with the others weakens the pack and improves our odds of survival, to be honest. Here we are. Garrukh, the Great Warg. The beast before you is unusually large, and its eyes especially angry. Its menacing grin might almost be taken for a smirk. Greetings, traveller. Before you draw your weapon, I wish to say I see no reason for feuding between us. We might even be of some use to each other. He says this while looking extremely angry. So this is not as benevolent as it sounds. Wait, why is this wolf talking? Is it magical or something? I am no wolf, female. I am a warg. Surprising you could live to your age without learning the difference. Well, it's never too late to teach a lesson to an innocent two-legged morsel. The wolf slowly licks its teeth. Which apparently ends in speech marks, even though that wasn't speech, because you've closed them already. Who are you calling a morsel, you pelt? Amiri glares at the beast, her hand on her sword. Who are you? You may call me Garrukh. I've lived here far longer than the rulers of those foolish tribes. I have seen much and eaten many. This is one of those traps where I could be very, be careful what I say. So, you believe we could be of use to one another? Bring me someone delicious. 3 or 4 bodies will be enough, and I, as a sign of gratitude, will tell you where an old traveller buried his chest. No, I am not interested in this. This is evil. Well, as you wish, but consider my offer. You may yet think of something. Your words will not save you, monster! I will not fall into your trap of wickedness! This creature is filled with irredeemable evil. Sarenrae, guide my blade. We cannot leave such dangerous animals to live in our future lands. Slay the beast! Good. I love fresh meat. Oh, He's angry. He's a barbarian. Okay, yep, that can... Where did he come from? He literally teleported in out of nowhere. Right, well, let's have some fun. Also, the fight music is very erratic. So first off, we're going to declare Smite Evil on Garrukh. Yeah. We're going to lay on hands on Self. We are. Which apparently is not available, although others is. Yeah, so I can target others. Why can't I lay on hands Self? Because you should be able to upgrade a Swift to a Move to a Standard. And that is missing. So they're being a bit more mechanical on this. I should drink a potion, because I got bit by a great big giant wolf. And while casting Challenge Evil would be great, I'd probably just eat a massive attack of opportunity. How did his attack go? So that was like a... Yeah, natural 20... But plus 14 to... Hang on. Yeah, plus 14 to hit. I'm not going to enjoy an attack of opportunity. I'll just slog him.
We won't falter.
And roll a 2 because of XCOM dice fun. Right, Octavia, we're going to have a little bit of fun here. Somehow. Look, that wolf is a problem. Got any other nice options to... Oh, hello. Well, I think we know how this is going to go. That's a start. She seems to be limited to a 5-foot step here. Yeah, I think it's a full round action to cast that, isn't it? Yeah, more wolves are just teleporting in and not moving properly. That's a little weird. Right. We need to... Oh my god. Pain. Right, just go for a kill, Amiri. We need to thin their numbers. Nice. And then walk on up and threaten. Right. A communal protection from evil would be really good because the warg is very, very wicked. His normal wolves, not so much. Right, Lindsay. You have an annoying voice. But it can inspire people to defeat the enemies to make you shut the F up. Let the pain continue.
I won't give up.
Bloody hell! Okay, so that's overkill, and the game is evil. I mean, that was a critical, wasn't it? No, apparently not. Yeah, hang on. Natural 20... Oh god, am I going to have to reload if I die? This is horrible. Dear. Okay, so that's brutal, and we'll take some serious finishing. Why won't it... Look, I'm not going to stand up because I'll just die. But if... So he should no longer be engaged. It's not much. God, this is too much. I've got to rely on the armor here.
Do not fall back.
Okay, that's great. Control, move up to here to give him an extra target is even better. Right, so this is a rather awkward situation. We need lots and lots and lots of healing very, very, very quickly. That's a bit better. Now we're in the kind of situation where as long as we don't get a critical hit, we should be able to stand up safely. Amiri, kill.
Bring it! Look at me, Garrukh!
Now that's a critical hit. Alright. And magic missile. Sure. Because then maybe we can use Octavia to finish that one off. Yeah, bite the plate armor. Fucking hell. Okay, he's in die-hard mode, he needs to stay down. Just telekinetic fist! And miss. Because the game has rigged dice. I mean, they're not too bad, but... And there's not much by way of taunting and crowd control. This wolf is not a major threat to Garrukh, so I'll just attack the big one and get horrible dice. Right. More single target healing is required. Well, we've actually got one just lined up, so there we go. Oh, how much was that? 9 points? That is not enough. Amiri, kill. You know what? No, stuff it. There's some my god, look at the health on him. But this has served a purpose. Go deliver the healing, little one. Alright, so that's 16, that's nowhere near enough. If he keeps hitting and critting like that, which he probably will, let's be honest.
I won't give up.
For fuck's sake. Stay down. Stay down until you can safely get back up. Nice. And now, lady, if you would so kindly move. Right. Yeah, that is not a problem. This is a problem.
Stay behind me.
If we had some kind of combat maneuvers, that'd be really useful. We need the big heals. We need all the big heals, and we're not getting them just yet. Okay, that's more like it. Amiri, hit him again. You cretin. You crippled numbskull. Right, we're just gonna have to try. Alright, now we're in standing territory. Although... Yes. We shall stand up. This will hurt. Stand, you...
Forwards!
Right, that's good. He's back on his feet. Do we have a healing potion? Oh wait, it took a move action to stand up. Oh god. We've got a smite going on here. We can smack this one. Let's get a bit of healing. And then try belting one. Wait, we can... That's healing. It's not much. But there's an attack coming in, and we want to try and survive it. And probably get knocked down again. Chumbawamba. Right. It's a touch attack. With sneak attack potential, and this is going to hurt. Oh no, that's fine, that's a normal wolf.
Let us strike as one.
My god, how many natural ones is the game going to give me? Far more than it's giving to opponents, I'll tell you that. We need lots and lots and lots of healing. We need to recover a spell and use said spell. Alright, now we're talking. Now we are back with it. Right, make that a 5-foot step just to get safely away from that big wolf. Amiri, hit him again. Or don't, as the case may be. Right, so yeah, 5 away, because that wolf is a pain in the bumhole. And you know what? Days humanoid targets only, right, yeah. Hey, guess what? Now let's see how bad the big bad wolf is. That's more like it. Right. Now, Wicked One, I'm pretty sure I called a smite on him. Yeah, I can even see the icon.
Do it.
Bloody free. Okay. Well, look, we got a lesser foe to clear up here, because we don't want to give him any ganging up bonuses.
Do not falter.
Let's throw in a bless. Amiri, just
Bring it.
do everyone a favour. There we go. And you big meanie, make Lindsay upset. She's going to magic missile you. Yeah. Oh, the pain comes and misses. Haha.
Strike with all your might.
He doesn't seem to be enraged anymore. Ooh. That could be a major balance changer. You know, we'll just try shooting him. And miss, of course.
Onwards.
Do we have anything funky we can use here to turn the tide of battle? Hey, you know what? Shield of Faith is a great spell. Slog him! Oh yeah. We got another magic missile volley from this thrice daily. Jobby. Oh, he attacked someone else, finally. Well, we can't have that now, can we? Fucking provokes an attack of opportunity just for casting. See, that's the bad problem with Challenge Evil. Oh, wait. Was Challenge Evil like some kind of lesser action to... No, standard action to cast. Worth checking. Oh man. All the bad dice rolls.
Stay behind me.
I mean, you see what I mean? All these 2s and 3s that the game's giving us, it definitely feels like XCOM dice. Which is not a good feeling. There we go. I mean, by all rights, that should have been Keldorak's kill. We can cross that off our list, and there doesn't seem to be a thing about returning to the hunters down south to tell them it's safe. Oh, no. Ah, a magic amulet. Alright, is there any extra treasure up here that I should be aware of? That was a pretty tough fight, and we should be looking to camp after that. We did find a nice magical necklace, Amulet of Mighty Fists. That explains his damage output. A little bit. I am seeing 2 injured party members, so a little channeling goes a long way. Yeah, I need to select all.
Onwards.
So overall, I'm quite pleased with the turn-based combat mode. I'm definitely going to be diving back into this game and trying to finish it. I do not know how long I'm going to record for, because it's not necessarily going to get a lot of views, which is a shame, because I think it deserves some views. And also, you know, hey, trying to defeat the Stag Lord would be fun as well, you know? I'm aware that he has a gang of ridiculously overpowered thugs, an invisibility potion chugging sneak attack assassin from hell, and it's not going to be easy. There is a weak point in his defences, and it is incredibly dishonourable and cowardly to go sneaking in through that. However, you know, Torag is all about quality, right? And when he says you've got shoddy defences and there's a hole in your defences, you know, we should at least investigate the structural integrity of this breach, you know, because it's not as if it's a postern gate for sorties. It's like a literal, you know, wonky bit of fence. I'm leaving these for now because I get the automatic pickup on area exit. Because I is going down here to that trap to disarm it before resting. And I'll even remember to have Tristian cast guidance first to increase Octavia's chances, because for some reason she's being denied half her skill points, something which doesn't seem to be happening to any other characters. I don't know if it's to do with her multiclassing and the way she's originally set up. I need to multiclass a main character on a save and see how that goes, but it's definitely odd. And then I should pick up most of the stuff I have and head back to the outpost. I mean, with the amount of stuff I've left littered around the ground because I was forced to by the game's encumbrance insistences, there may very well be some things, here we go, down below that I should also go and collect. So yeah, while I'm going to play a lot of this game, I don't know how much I'm going to record it, I don't know how popular it would be. But hey, you know, if you're happy watching this game, let me know. You know, the comment section is there, so you might as well use it. Where are you? There you go.
I won't let you down.
Okay, time to
Oh,
fail to... Yeah, no, that's fine. We can do that one next.
Done and done.
Share your
Alright,
troubles.
that's more like it. Now, girl,
You can count on me.
I need to... Guidance has a very short duration,
did
which
as
is
you
why... Yeah.
What's that?
It's another trap. Why, look at that.
I'm listening.
It's almost as if someone is extremely paranoid.
Ready and willing.
I see bandits sleeping by a campfire.
I did as you asked.
Her fake English accent is actually annoying because when it slips, you really know it's an American accent. This bit of grass is actually a slightly different colour because there was a trap on it. Now, what's this? A suit of armour? Wakey wakey, villainy!
You deserved it.
Bloody hell. Right, well look. I spy with my little eye someone who's going to get killed.
We won't falter.
Oh, it's a surprise round. We'll just hit him then.
Forward.
Step and strike.
Any last wishes?
Now, you know earlier I mentioned the alpha for Wrath of the Righteous? It doesn't have turn-based mode yet, and while I've played it quite a lot recently, I took a break and went back to Kingmaker to experience the turn-based mode, and now I've gone and looked at the Wrath of the Righteous alpha again, and I'm like, I want the turn-based combat! It's not fair! I feel like it's missing! Right, you know what? There's a bit of damage on the party, we can heal. Yeah. Verily we shall strike the wicked one.
We can do it.
Oh my god, that was terrible. Also, necromancers are not welcome here.
Bring it!
Ooh, survived. I mean, I know she's not going full-on rage mode at the moment, because we are conserving energy a bit,
This is
right?
for you.
We could be going in really heavy here, and where the hell were you trying to go? Well. Oh well.
Do not falter!
Don't stand in the fire, Valerie. You might burn yourself. Nutter. Uh-oh. That's bad. And the person who needs to cast Remove Fear is the one most greatly affected by it. Well, we shall strike the Wicked One and hit him with a hammer
Strike with all your might.
or an axe. We should.
Tear them
Oh
apart.
God! Why did I think that one was dead? Ah, the slow motion running away. It's like bad child actors, as opposed to good child actors storming out of a room in slow motion and then really pathetically slamming the door because they can't be bothered to put some emotion into it or don't have a clue what they're doing and they've been told, we want you to go straight out of the room. And we're like, okay. Couldn't you have like gone a bit faster?
Onwards!
XCOM dice, XCOM dice, everyone loves XCOM dice. Yeah, you try casting Remove Fear on someone who's immune. Casting Cause Fear on someone who's immune to fear. Let me know how that works out for you. So, for some reason, Remove Fear seems to be an area of effect spell. Do I still have it? All out? Yeah. Don't ask me why.
There are other ways to cast this spell.
It's an area of effect centered on the caster, but it forces me to click on the caster. That's unusual. Right. Yeah, have some attacks of opportunity. You know you want to.
We won't falter.
Oh my God! These dice rolls, man.
They go down.
Right, get up there and remember who you're dealing with.
Serves you right.
Shoot the one without armor. Yes. Say hello to my telekinetic fist. That's an entirely different kind of fisting.
Stay behind me!
And now, go stand there between them. Threaten everyone. You know, keep all the bases covered. You sure? Sure, we'll take the magic missile.
Repent.
I've also noticed the game seems to ignore the reload time on crossbows, as if everyone has the rapid reload feat. That feels very, very wrong. Hey, she's standing right there. Why no attacks of opportunity? Right, hit him. That's more like it. If that had failed, she'd have to start getting angry. Right, yeah, just go around here, straight through the fire. Apparently it doesn't hurt. Don't even ask how or why. I'm not going to waste arrows and crossbows. I know we have unlimited ammunition, but it still feels wrong to keep trying to fire into combat that badly.
Let us strike as one!
It's also extremely suboptimal. Yeah, you know what? A bit of healing wouldn't go amiss. We'd have a few scratches and bruises, you know. And you are so dead now. Yep. Right, let's take their stuff, because they've been doing it to oh my God. I don't think we can. 116. We can't quite take it all. And most annoyingly, we can't just use their camp to rest. How we're doing for 863. Okay, we can take some stuff. So we should leave here and return later on. Interestingly, remove fear seems to be some kind of protection from fear as well. Should look into that. And yes, we will pick up stuff on leaving. And it's a long way back to the outpost. But hey, we got about a month. Although I should wrap up the episode soon. I want to at least get off this map and maybe even camp soon, you know, before ending the episode. Because I've been playing for a bit of a while now, you know, and it feels like this could get a bit tedious if I stretched out too long. Well, tedious for viewers. I mean, I could just keep playing this for hours, you know. Yeah, because as I've mentioned before, the Owlcat developers have done a really good job of capturing the feeling of the Infinity Engine era in a way that other recent games that attempted to do the same thing, like Torment Tides of Numenera, have failed to do. Now we got to be a bit more careful regarding what we pick up. Right, that'll have to do. Now, fortunately, this old tree is a nice central location that's fairly easy to reach. So we're wanting to go all the way back to Oleg's trading post. We're going to be camping along the way, absolutely. Probably even run into an encounter or two, and hey, can I just stop here and then go this way? You know, because exploring the roads.
I'm hungry. When we stop.
Now, the downside of needing to camp to rest, because the game has given us limited camping rations, means that we need to it eats into our what do you call it, you know. Now there is of course that dreadful like plus 15 to attack mountain lion or whatever it is down there. So some of the side encounters in here we can't deal with, so I don't think I should go around the map clearing out absolutely everything. But I feel that I should make better preparations for tackling the Stag Lord. Because after all, Torag would want the job to be well done. In some regards that makes Torag feel like the annoying health and safety inspector of the clipboard going, actually, before you're allowed to go on the step ladder, you need to have one person standing holding the ladder steady, and then a second person with a foot on the bottom of the ladder, then a third person watching and telling you what to do, then a fourth person there to catch you if you fall off the bloody ladder, at which point you go, oh come on mate, you're taking the piss here. Right, we have crap to sell. And by crap, of course, we mean things that Torag would consider lesser works of the Forge. Oh, actually that... should hold on to that. Another... oh, good crossbow, good bit of work there. You know, we should appreciate the craftsmanship that is well done. Occasionally. We should check his scimitar. I think we found a... might have found a magical one. We don't need that many Masterwork scimitars. 200 axe, we don't really have someone who uses one of those. Magic 200 sword, again, look, it would be nice for Amiri, but she's kind of obsessed with her giant sword, so just leave it at that. A tongi, I'm not even sure what that is. It looks like a very strange shaped weapon head with like 3 triangles. Agile light pick, look, being agile makes it quite useful, so we'll hang on to that. Fence, dueling sword, armor wise we can absolutely ditch a lot of this stuff. Actually, get back there, you. Da 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 da. The golden toad did not wish to be sold. Useful in case we ever get some kind of monk character or spellcaster. I'll hang on to those for now. And all these. These are mostly things that I need to be collecting. These relics, I don't know, they might be useful. They probably aren't, but they might be. Mandibles of a huge spider. I don't know, I mean it's got an aura which makes it look important. Right. Stuff we can definitely sell. A silver bell. Sell and bell. Pure poetry. I can group sell. Decorated scabbards, well, they're nice when they have a weapon in them. Special hops. I don't believe there's a good recipe that features those. Turquoise, jasper, more agates. Well, let's get rid of some of those agates. Port is not a drink I've ever tasted, actually. I understand it's reasonably popular. With alcoholics, you know. That's a lot of pearls. Must have found an oyster somewhere. Right, well that will net us a significant amount of treasure. Which means I should be looking at like... Hey, magic shield. Full plate +1. Ooh. One moment. Yeah, so about that. I see a plan. Lever armor +1. Okay. What do we got here? We got evil Ragongar, the evil scumbag half-orc who shouldn't be allowed in the kingdom. Got it. He's an enemy of Torag's people. He should not be welcome here. Mail for Amiri. Okay, look, here's a plan, right? This is so dumb. I see full plate +1. I'm having that. Sell the half plate +1. Sell the +1 lever. They don't sell for much, do they? Oof, the exchange rate is terrible. Right. So, obviously, let's get some better armor on. I'm giving that to him because she has a better shield. And now, we have better all-round protection. I mean, yeah, it's the same armor class, but the armor check penalty is different. It did cost a lot of money, so it's not ideal. Hey, that dagger is of inferior quality. As is this one. Torag would be proud. Would be proud if we were to use some better quality equipment. Oh, I needed to check on his scimitar as well. Yeah. Oh, that's magical. Yeah, so we can sell the other one. Same goes for that sword. Also, no, we can't rearrange here. Okay. Do we want to rest here before moving out? Quite probably because it doesn't involve hunting. Do you have food? Yeah. Do you have edible grub that we can carry with us on our road journeys, or are you still all completely sold out? I don't think he's going to Oh, good. Yeah, let's go for 12. There we go. We'll need that at some point. But for now, I'm going to head in here to rest, and then I'll end the episode. Not necessarily the most eventful episode, but whoa, 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 whoa! And before resting, I must speak to Keston Garrus and tell him about that evil Tartusio. Before you stands a heavy-set man with grim, determined features. His voice isn't particularly grim. His weathered face is crossed by several scars, yet they do little to mar his appearance. His gaze is heavy, but he avoids eye contact, as if afraid of unwittingly sharing whatever burden weighs so heavily upon him. Keston, I failed to capture Tartusio alive. He attacked me and was slain.
Well, this is not the best outcome, but I think it will be good enough for Jamandi. Take this as a reward for your help. I'll send word to Restov and let them consider how they might return the favor.
His voice sounds a little higher than you'd expect, although his face looks a little on the skinny and slender side. I mean, that is a bit more aristocratic, so that kind of makes sense, but it also makes him sound kind of pathetic and weak, and like you could just knock him down really easily, you know.
Once again, I thank you for your help. I'll remain here until my men recover from their wounds. Meanwhile, we'll help guard the trading post and fight off any bandits should they return. Good luck in all your plans and endeavors.
Now, it does sound a bit sort of clipped and, like, you know, defensive of his words. He's being careful what he says. I will not ask such an impertinent question yet. It would be improper. Now I'll go and rest. Yes, Tartusio has been vanquished, even though he was blatantly automatically brought back to life for some reason by some kind of mystery NPC whose identity they wanted to hide. Evil Dream Dryad, do not come and pester me here. You do not exist, I deny you. You're fake, you're wrong.
March on.
And there we have it. Right, yeah, definitely leaving the episode here. I hope you've enjoyed this one, if you guys have watched. You know, let me know if you'd like to continue watching it. Look, I know I left it for a long time, I'll come back for it. I'm going to go, you know, at some point soon finish off some of the other unfinished games I've got lying around, because I do like to come back to a game after leaving it for a while. So yeah, I'm going to say bye for now. See you guys next time.